Hi there guys, Richard here, aka AV Guru, and today I'm going to take you through the basics of Ableton Live 9. And the basics are going to include just going through the interface, the two different views that you have, the arrangement and the session view. I'll explain in a few moments. First of all, I'm going to go through and tell you the first important box is this one here. This is the information box. So if you're stuck as to what a particular button does, what a particular section of the interface does, then you can just hover your mouse over it and it will tell you exactly what it is. Try playing with that and you'll learn quite a lot. So let's have a look at this left-hand view. Okay, these are a collection of folders and subfolders. So we have the sounds, the drums, and the instruments, the effects, etc. Now, if you got the suite version of Ableton Live 9, you will have all of the things that I've got. If you don't have the suite version, then you'll just have a few of them, but it all works in the same way. So let's have a look at a few sounds. We can right off the bat be looking at the sounds and playing them. So let's have a look at the brass. Left click on one of these and it gives you the noise. Looking at piano and keys, left click again and it tells you the sound of that as well. If you look at the bottom, you'll see that the sound wave is pictured just in there in its raw form. We look at voices. Okay. We can look at synth leads, which you'll use a lot if you're in dance music. There you go. So that's a collection of sounds. We've got the drums. There you go. We've then got the instruments, which you can play with, and then there's the effects. So let's go a little bit higher up. First of all, this box here, 120. It means BPM, which is beats per minute. If you left click on it and hold it down and move your mouse away from you, it goes higher. If you move the mouse towards you, it goes lower. I tend to do most of my writing at around 120, and I may well change the tempo at the end. Moving on, we got the 4/4, which is the 4 beats in the bar, which is what most dance music and most rock music and chart music for that matter play in. We have the play button, the stop button, and the record button here. If you double click the stop, it goes back to the beginning of the song. So let's have a look at this view here that we've got. This view here is called the session view, where you can arrange vertically all the different clips you want, and then you can have them play and stop whenever you like. One thing to remember about this is that in any one column you can only play one of the clips in that column, one of the clips in that column, and one of the clips in that column at any one time. In here, with it saying MIDI, those are going to be MIDI instruments like the sounds that we've just been playing here and the drums and the instruments. Okay, you will record onto that for those. For the audio, it's things like the voice, the guitar, anything that's that you're recording that's got a sound of its own. You'll record into the audio channels. If you want to produce another MIDI channel, you right click, insert MIDI, and it gives you it. And right click, insert audio, and that gives you another track as well. So as you can see, the auto assign of colors is a good idea. That's there right off the bat. You don't have to do any change of the settings. And so it will give you an array of colors. Moving down, we monitor ours at auto. I would advise you to have that at that particular setting for all of your recordings until you get a little bit more knowledge about what the extra ones do, the ins and the outs, etc. These are the numbers of the track, quite straightforward. If you want to solo a track, you push the S down, only that track will play. If you want to record a track, you push that down and that track will record. You can only record one track at once in normal circumstances, but there are a few things you can do to make sure to try and say record several at one time. Okay, let's click off that. Right, now let's have a look at the other view. So we've looked at the session where it's in clips, which a lot of DJs will use. I happen to write using clip view more than I thought I would do. And here we have what's called the arrangement view. So you can just toggle between the two here. The arrangement view is like a timeline. You've got the beginning of the song here, the end of the song over here, middle of the song here. And so that tends to be what most people visualize when they think of a song. Beginning, middle and an end. but you can record these onto there, which is why a lot of people will record in this area and then they'll transfer it once they've arranged the song into the arrangement view. You might well just have lots of different clips and sounds and you're not quite sure what order you want them in, so you just put them on here and then you play around with them, trigger them, stop them whenever you want to, and when you've eventually got it, you will put it onto the arrangement view. That's certainly how I work. That's pretty much the basics. Down here you'll see you can drop instruments and samples down there. We'll talk about that later. Your effects will be down here as well, but for now that's quite a lot, and I just advise you, use this info view and go around and check what all of the things are and what it says about them. But the ones that I've shown you today can get you off the bat recording by my next video. Thanks for listening. Bye.